All right, Miles, arguably the biggest matchup this weekend was the Kansas City Chiefs at the Cincinnati Bengals. This is a team that's obviously two teams that matched in the AFC Championship game last year. Everyone highlighted this matchup all week long. This was going to be a big test. Mahomes versus Burrow, Chiefs versus Bengals, right? It's one of those potential playoff matches, and the Cincinnati Bengals got it done when it mattered most. This was a gutsy back and forth victory. It felt like a playoff game. Both quarterbacks made a lot of big plays. There were some ups and downs, but the Bengals showed the resilience and they found a way to get an absolutely massive critical win. They moved to 8-4, keep pace with the Baltimore Ravens top in the AFC North and potentially a wild card berth in the future or division title, depending on how the rest of the season shakes up. And I know you got some thoughts specifically about this huge Bengals win, but we want to hear from Bengals fans, Who Dey Nation, in the comment section below. This is one of those momentum building wins that can propel you to a deep playoff run. To get these kind of wins, you need to have MVP performances. So give us your MVP of this massive Cincinnati win in the comment section below. But Miles, give me your thoughts on this game.
Yeah, Nick, you say it, playoff wins, and you got to know that was on the Kansas City Chiefs' mind. The playoff loss to the Bengals last year. They wanted to come back for revenge, so they gave the Bengals their very, very best, but it was not quite enough. The Bengals were able to stage a late fourth quarter comeback, coming back from at one point 24-17. They eke it out 27-24. Big win for the Bengals. They did it on the ground, they did it on the air, and they did it on the ground, mind you, with their starting running back Joe Mixon out. But at this point, who really is the starting running back? Because Samaje Perine looks very, very good. He had 5 yards a carry, 106 yards. He looked like a stud today. Joe Burrow ran the ball pretty well, 46 yards, and he got the touchdown run. He combined for 3 touchdowns today. So he put the team on his back. They looked really good. Chase looks back to form from the injury, coming back and playing really, really well. But just overall, I think that this Bengals team the momentum has been building for a while now. They're slowly building up, and now they look back to form, back to that old playoff Bengals that made that run to the Super Bowl last year. And they look even better, Nick, because one thing that sticks out to me on the stat sheet, 1 sack on the Bengals on Joe Burrow today. That offensive line did a pretty good job against a pass rush from the Chiefs that can be a little bit vicious if you let them get going, Nick.
Yeah, 100% agree there. This is a Bengals team that knows how to finish. And there are really 2 ways you have to finish in the NFL. You have to win at the line of scrimmage, you have to rush the passer and protect your quarterback, and you have to have a quality quarterback play. So obviously when the Bengals are playing a team like the Chiefs, the other side with Pat Mahomes is going to have quality quarterback play. You got Joe Burrow, you've got quality quarterback play. So that means it comes down to who's going to win in the trenches. And in the fourth quarter, in the second half, the Cincinnati Bengals offensive and defensive line clearly and without any doubt won that battle. The pressure on Pat Mahomes late, getting that sack on that critical third down to force him into a longer field goal that the Chiefs ended up missing. The offensive line carrying it late, running the football, helping milk the clock, protecting Burrow, things like that. The 1 sack you alluded to. Those are the kind of things you look for. Because even though last year they made that Super Bowl run, they did it in spite of their offensive line. Their offensive line, frankly, was terrible. This year, after a slow start, they're starting to get better and better and better. And we're seeing the fact they're able to win with multiple different ways. I think they only got 1 big play on offense, that 1 catch and run by Jamar Chase. They actually had to grind it out a little bit more. They dropped an easy touchdown. They had a 4th and 1, got blown up on that jet sweep, right? So they left points on the board. In spite of that, though, because they have a strong offensive line, they're able to grind it out and get a win instead. And that is huge because teams that play the Chiefs, if you leave points on the board, you lose every time. It's too hard to beat the Chiefs. The Bengals twice left points on the board and still found a way to come away with a win. Huge sign and a great sign for this Bengals team.